Provo, Utah. This is the Ultimate Final Fantasy Podcast with your hosts, Joseph DeGolier and Caleb Schweiss. This is Ultima Final Fantasy.
Welcome to another episode of Ultima Final Fantasy, the ultimate Final Fantasy podcast. I'm your over-enunciating host, Caleb Schweiss.
And I am Joe. Did you hear that we mumble?
Yeah.
You heard that?
Wait, who said that?
Crinitol.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that, no. I just
yeah, on the post episode review.
Well, screw him then. No, I'm just kidding.
It's fine. It is something I have to work on, so let's enunciate.
Yes, let us enunciate.
Yes.
Every word. So this week we have a special cooking episode.
Oh, we haven't done this for a long time.
Yeah, this stems from a week
pre-Final Fantasy IX.
It's true. This was one of the ones that is Joe's week, and he's like, dude, we should do a cooking episode. And I was like, oh my God. You lazy bastard. And then everyone's like, oh, it was great. I was like, all right, well, we'll do another one then.
We had one negative review about the sound on the cooking episode.
True.
Because he heard the the crumble of the aluminum foil. So
not everyone can be happy with this.
Not everyone can.
So, and for the Twitch and YouTube audience, it's going to be about 45 minutes to an hour of actual cooking.
Yeah, so if you want to skip all that, we're going to broadcast all of it, but if you want to skip it, feel free.
It'll be like a 45 to 50 minute chunk. Yeah, we'll be sitting back at the counter behind us. So,
where are you in Final Fantasy 13, Schweiss?
Right now, I decided to go back to Grandpa's and do the hunt things. Okay. So I'm going through. I don't really know where a bunch of them are, but I've been kind of going through the old ones and getting 5 stars on them, and then just kind of pounding through the ones that I need to get done for the teleport stones so that I can travel around the massive planet a lot easier. So
okay.
I think I've got like 15 of them, 15 or so 5-starred, and then probably about 20 to 25 actually killed. So working on that, and then I'm going to use that as part of my level up like crazy, and then go beat the game. Just wipe out the last area real easy, unlock the Crystallarium, and then go back and grind. What about you?
Well, I have barely touched the game for about a week, but I got to right in front of where you talk to the final statue, and then go in to fight Orphan at the end. Nice. I've just been extremely busy this week, so it hasn't happened, but I wish to kill the final boss and then go back and do the hunts. All right. So I'm going to work on that either today or Monday. And
sweet.
Hopefully beat the game and then, beat it again.
Yeah.
Beat it in the platinum trophy sort of way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, are you going to go back and fight the final boss again once you max out everything?
Well, if I don't get a 5-star on this...
Yeah, I guess you would have to, huh?
Yeah, because that's one of the trophies.
That was amusing when I took on Jecht in Final Fantasy X. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was just nothing.
2-shot. I only 2-shot him because I gave him the decency of taking 2 hits. But it was a lot of damage, so...
Yeah. All right, well, just so you guys know, this is finally a full episode, by the way. We actually have room this time around to do an episode that's longer than, 2 seconds long, or however long we did it last week and the week before. So you can find us and all of our other episodes on youtube.com/Ultima Final Fantasy. Twitter, you can tweet us at UFF Podcast. Facebook.com/Ultima Final Fantasy. Give us a like there. You can support us on Patreon. $1 a month will give you the episodes as soon as we're done mixing them.
Yeah.
Which is usually about a day early.
Unless I forget, and then it's about half a day early, but...
Unless Caleb's an idiot. How about you not say that, though? That'd be a good thing to not advertise that you fucked up.
Well, I mean, it's good to admit faults.
Is it?
Yeah. It's healthy.
Lies. That's why I have no fault. Okay, and then you can find us at twitch.tv/Ultima Final Fantasy. You can watch Caleb play Final Fantasy 13, everything he's talking about. It's all there. And, of course, our website is ultimatefinalfantasy.com. And please join our forums. You can go there, or you can go to ultimatefinalfantasy.boards.net. So.
Yep, a lot of new people on there. It's pretty cool. Got like 2 new ones today, so
yeah,
lots of fresh meat to add to the discussion.
There's a lot of stuff going on in the forums lately. Like, it's been really active, so that's always good to see. It's always good to see a nice active forum. Let's get to the news, shall we?
Yeah.
You ready for it?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
You got to say something, Jesus.
All right. News. All right, so first up in news, there's a lot of stuff from Final Fantasy 15 that we've got here. This was all released during PAX. Now, what I've heard is that Hajime Tabata has announced a 2016 release window for Final Fantasy 15. And it was funny because we found this out the day that we recorded last week's episode.
Of course.
But he didn't give us an actual release, so I didn't feel like it was big enough to put out an apology or anything like that. I'm still saying March of 2017 for us in the US.
Okay.
I bet you his 2016 release window, I bet that'll be for Japan.
And you bet it'll be when I think.
I still say March.
All right.
Yeah, I bet, you said December of 2016.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that that's when the Japanese will get it. So Tabata said, here's this quote, "Sorry, I wasn't very straightforward in making those comments at the previous event. I wanted to take the opportunity at PAX Prime to announce that we will officially release Final Fantasy 15 in 2016. So that's the quote everybody's talking about. So it's it's pretty exciting stuff. There's been a couple new areas in Final Fantasy 15 that have been announced, including one I just cannot say. I can't pronounce. It's like Calm or Came or something like that. And then we got a new a driver view trailer, which is the driving gameplay of Final Fantasy 15. So let's take a short look at this. I don't think we need to really. So Noctis is going to go into a car. Looks like he's driving around in Wyoming somewhere.
Yeah, manual, auto.
So it looks like you can auto drive to a destination, or you can manually get there.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
It's about time we got vehicle control again.
Well, they said we were going to have it, but they weren't able to do it for the demo. So it looks like it'd be funny if it just became like a Need for Speed game.
Yeah, there's like cops and stuff. You had to use the environment to mess up the cops that are chasing you.
I wonder what happens if you get in a wreck in this game.
You probably are fine.
Looks like you can honk the horn. This is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so instead of an airship, you get a car.
That's fine, as long as it's some cool vehicle that you get to control.
I think so, too. And the last piece of news I saw was that Final Fantasy 15's map. We saw an image of their map. For the entire world of Final Fantasy 15, and it was just gigantic. It measured in kilometers. I can't remember how many miles, but it was huge.
Nice, that's good.
Yeah. So, a very open world for Final Fantasy 15. I mean, we already kind of knew that from the demo, but even more so from the world map that they released.
That's how I like it. Huge. Massive.
All right, so Final Fantasy Agito is apparently going to end service on November 30th, and this is along with the new Agito in development. So this means nothing to North American players, but
basically, yeah.
So look forward to that. Of course, Kingdom Hearts Unchained Chi actually launched, or
will
launch. What's the date?
Wait, no, yeah,
it launched.
It's the 5th.
It launched on September 3rd in Japan.
Chi, huh?
It's the smartphone Kingdom Hearts game.
God damn it.
No, they got to stop doing the mobile shit at Square. I really just do not care. And speaking of mobile shit, Final Fantasy Record Keeper is celebrating Final Fantasy XIV's second anniversary. Now, I do believe we mean the Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn
Yes, of course.
second anniversary, not Final Fantasy XIV
The
second
real
anniversary.
14.
So anybody playing Final Fantasy Record Keeper, you get to enjoy some of that.
Little special event there.
Mm-hmm.
That's always cool.
And speaking of Final Fantasy XIV, apparently there's a hairstyle design contest, and
A lot of entries here.
yeah, people are putting in their
Dude, they should have a Seymour hair.
their new designs for Final Fantasy XIV hair.
Yeah, so if you guys are good
Some
at
of
art...
these are kind of pedestrian, though. I'll be honest. Some of them are.
that one's pretty cool.
Not that they all have to be insane and wacky, but that is kind of what we're used to in Final Fantasy.
This one's like a like some sort of Native American Japanese hybrid.
Yeah,
It's kind of funky.
just looks like a porcupine to me.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you're good at art, they're gonna let's see. Oh, they already looks like they have.
Oh, it looks like they already got the entries.
Yeah.
So,
All right, well.
so I guess you got to vote on them now.
Yep.
Wow, should have read that thoroughly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
And that patch we were talking about last week for Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2.
Oh yeah, the music thing and it's done.
Yeah, they patched it.
Nice. So
They fixed the random number generator problem and the music problem.
oh, dude,
along
the
with
music
it.
problem would have driven me insane.
Well, we never had to deal with it because we got the PS3 version. But for those PS4 players, I am so sorry.
Yeah.
I had to deal with that.
That's some of those songs I hate the beginning.
Yeah.
And I would hate it.
All right,
more,
guys.
A million times over.
Well, we're gonna go on to cook some stuff.
Yeah, so we'll be back in a minute.
All right.
All right, so of course last week or a few weeks ago we had a question
weeks
from
ago.
us to you that was in regards to this episode, what you guys wanted us to cook, if you guys had any fun Final Fantasy related recipes, yada yada. So one of the submissions that we got was for this Tsenoble Pork tenderloin with horseradish sauce. And it looks like it's going to be kind of a pain in the ass, but not really. It's just going to take a while. That's why I was like, oh, God. But so this, of course, is a Final Fantasy XII related dish, so to speak. And here are the ingredients here. It's 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 pork tenderloin, about 2 pounds, sea salt, and freshly ground black pepper.
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper, yeah. 7 ounces of plain Greek yogurt, 3 tablespoons of prepared horseradish, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce,
Sauce.
half a tablespoon of Louisiana-style hot sauce, and snipped chives, optional,
Yeah,
which is not going to be in there.
Didn't take that option.
Yeah, I mean, what are we? So yeah, I mean, you heat the oil in a large cast iron skillet over medium heat till hot. Add the pork and the season generously. Cook, turning and seasoning occasionally until all sides are golden.
So you're making pork, and then all the other stuff, the horseradish, the Worcestershire,
it's a
the
sauce.
hot sauce, the yogurt, it's all going into a sauce to go with it. And then it said to eat it with a baked potato. I think we're gonna microwave potato.
Yeah, we'll just stick them in a bag and put some butter in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is going to be about 40 to 45 minutes. To use my roommate's instant read thermometer.
Well, he's just worried about getting food poisoning from the pork.
Oh, weak.
Yeah,
We're fine.
Whatever. And what's the drink recipe we're gonna try today?
The drink one is, what was it? It was like a golden chocobo. No. The golden chocobo is one we were looking at, but that one's a pain. It's just Chocobo Final Fantasy Cocktail. It's half part Rose's lime juice, half part pineapple liquor, and 1 lemon wheel.
Is that just a slice of lemon?
Yeah.
That's a slice of lemon.
Yeah, so just mix that together in a little mixer, a little shaker, and
It's,
go for
it's
it.
half and half, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we bought, what did we end up getting?
We got some pineapple rum,
Yes.
and then we got the Rose's lime stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So these recipes, the pork tenderloin thing is found at ffrecipes.wordpress.com, and then the other recipe is at the Drunken Moogle, which
Yes.
has tons of video game user submitted themed alcoholic drinks and non-alcoholic drinks.
Yeah, they don't have to be alcoholic, but why wouldn't they be?
It's at least, 1 o'clock?
Yeah. I was kind of amazed when the liquor store was open. I was like, man, this is sad that we're walking in here at like 11:55 in the morning.
Oh, man.
But, yeah. So, you want to get cooking?
Let's get cooking.
Yeah.
I wish there was some kind of like montage we could do with the audio, but, we'll just cut to.
Yep.
All right, so the pork is cooking in the background as we speak.
Yes.
I know you guys can hear it right now. It sounds like a shower's going, but it's really a sizzle.
It's a shower of awesome.
Yeah.
And now we are going to enjoy a golden sort of shower.
We just, oh, Jesus. we got the Chocobo Cocktail. Once again, it's half and half roses, lime juice, and then the other half pineapple liquor of some kind.
Yep.
And we got the Parrot Bay pineapple rum.
Let's give this a go.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's really good.
Oh, man.
I am surprised. You do garnish it with a lemon, by the way.
Yeah, a slice of lemon. That's really good. I can barely taste the alcohol.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, this will get... We're gonna have problems today.
Dun, dun,
This
dun.
is good. I want to thank the Drunken Moogle and whoever posted that on that site. This is really good.
Yeah, this is a great one.
Oh, man. You guys really should try this at home if you're over 21.
It's got a slight hint of alcohol in the beginning, but then it just goes away. It just turns into amazing. Definitely tastes the pineapple, but it's just like a nice citrus orgy in your mouth.
It's very sweet.
It is pretty sweet.
Which, I got a sweet tooth. I like girly drinks. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one of my favorites, Sambuca, is pretty sweet, too. It's like syrup. Yeah.
Oh, man. We got that one iTunes review that's like talking about us eating on the show. Sorry.
Well, this is a different kind of case, I'd say, but sweet.
I'm gonna have a few of these.
Yeah, let's what is it, like 1:30? We can get drunk already. Let's go get back to cooking.
Let's do it.
All right, so threw on the meat, cooked it up, smelled it for about 35 minutes, and it looks awesome. Mm-hmm. Sauce smells good. Potatoes, we microwaved them, so whatever, but you ready to give this a try?
I am ready to give this a try. I am afraid of getting another iTunes review where it says don't eat, but whatever.
This is an eating episode, though.
All right. So we got our stuff here. We're going to go a little further away from the microphone. Sorry.
It's all right, we'll yell.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm cutting in. Good. Should we just I'm going to get a close up on the Twitch stuff. If you want to go on Twitch, you can see Caleb's plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cutting that shit up.
Ooh. Got a little bit of sauce on the pork. You like the sound of me eating?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's good pork. And the sauce is like a really mild kind of... You can taste the horseradish in there, but it's not very strong. It doesn't taste like yogurt. That's for sure.
No, I think we were...
It's yogurt, horseradish, hot sauce.
Worcestershire
sauce.
Yeah, I think the yogurt's mostly for substance, just to exist as a paste, more than anything. Yeah, this is pretty good though. I would recommend this. It wasn't too difficult. I mean, it just takes a little while.
It's not that many ingredients either.
No, not really. Got some sauce on my shirt there.
Bet you did. Everybody on Twitch is watching you eat off your shirt.
Hey, man. I don't want it to stain.
You know what? This is pretty legit.
Eating the sauce on my shirt.
This is good pork.
What do you think? Total cost, counting the alcohol.
$40.
About $40.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course we're drinking the, as we said, the Chocobo Cocktail, a pineapple liquor with lime juice and a slice of lemon. Shaken, not stirred.
I got 2 slices of lemon. I really like the lemon. So if you wanted to watch us cook, you can go to twitch.tv/Ultimate Final Fantasy. Our Twitch audience is watching us right now. Just eat.
It's true. It's awesome, I'm sure, for them.
This is really good. So thank you, whoever recommended this. Who recommended this? Was it on the forum? It was Gabranth?
Yep.
Thank you, Gabranth.
Yeah, thanks, man.
And thank you, ffrecipes.wordpress.com. We'll send you a link again. And then Drunken Moogle. And whoever made this recipe at Drunken Moogle. This Chocobo Cocktail.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's sweet.
Good. This is good. Nothing like drinking at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, it's the best. I mean,
yep.
Really, I know when my life is out of order, I start drinking at 2 o'clock, and then I know I'm okay. You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a reassuring sort of thing.
You know, do you think that that they actually sell this in the Final Fantasy 12 world? Like you can get this at the bazaar?
Maybe.
Could this be something that they would eat?
I've never noticed any wild pigs or anything, though. I mean, maybe they've got like some crapshoot outside of Rabanastre, like the other side of the city, maybe. There's like this farmland. But,
it's true, I don't really remember any wild pigs.
Yeah.
They'd probably be more like wolf.
Yeah.
Probably eat some wolf. Or some sheep of some kind. This is good, though. Never saw a potato farm in that world, either. But I think with FF Recipes, I think he just finds stuff that he's inspired by. You know, he's trying to get, like, the color palette of Final Fantasy 12. And he's got that. He's got that with this recipe. It's a nice, like, you know, very earthy kind of food.
Yeah.
This is good stuff.
Going back to the roots.
And it's a good sauce, too.
It is.
So, thank you, guys. I guess, well, you know, when we decide to, we'll move on to questions. But for now, we're going to eat.
Yeah.
Let's eat.
Let's do it. Oh, man.
So we're quite full.
Yeah.
I just want you to know how full we are. That was a lot of pork, by the way. We both ate a pound of pork.
Yeah, I'm pretty stuffed right now. I'm not going to have to eat anything for the rest of the day.
And as I said before, it was very good. Schweiss, shall we move on to questions?
Yeah, kind of light on the questions. I know we're
kind of light on the questions?
Yeah, not as many this time, so get on there, guys.
We what?
We, a little while ago, we were like, too many. Now we're like, not enough.
Well, we did clean house, and then we put everybody on a 1 question per week limit.
Yeah.
Every forum member.
So,
should we lift that?
Yeah, you guys can ask whatever you want.
Okay, just for next week.
Yeah, we're kind of low, so let's answer what we do have, though.
Okay.
Questions for us. We would like to hear from you. To our forums. Contact us on Twitter. Get on and ask your questions. We'll answer them in a week. This is the question segment. Asking you will receive.
You know what happens when you click on something and then
I don't know why it does that.
It starts skipping.
All right, so first question from Shinru.
Let's do... I feel like we had another question. Did you click off a question?
Maybe. You said we only had 3.
Oh, you did. Well, we have 3, but... Okay, go to the question thing. Let's answer this real quick question about the forum. Okay, that's the one. About the forums first. This is from Crinitol, real quick.
Oh, okay.
He's a mother uffa on our forums. And there's a reason why. He says, okay, I give up. Why do 3 of us in the forum have new classes or groups now? If it's for a compensation or something, I am all for it as long as I understand what I was nominated. Did I do something for someone? No, Crinitol. Actually, you kind of did. Crinitol and Gammon Stark I have entrusted to... I have given them the power to move threads as they see fit. Just for in case we answer a question and then don't remember to move it.
I see.
Yeah.
This,
So.
you know what this sounds like to me? Sounds like the news all over again, where something we did, and then over time...
It's not about
Over time, we're just going to evolve to the point where you guys are going to start the stream for us. You guys are going to do the episodes, and we'll just be there.
No, it's not like that. It's just that,
No, most forums have admin and stuff like that.
I've decided to
for
give
users.
a couple people some extra power, and I've given Shinru, who's our #1 forum user, I've given him even more power. I think he can move stuff. I think he can bump stuff. I think he can sticky stuff. I think he can send messages to everyone. And I think he can delete threads or something like that.
Oh, cool.
So hopefully he doesn't go on a killing spree as far as our threads are concerned. But these 4 members I trust, and I might add some more with those type of powers, but I've given you Mother Uffa, and then what's Shinru's title? I can't remember. Shinru's title is Sick Mother Uffa. So,
Cool.
Tying into a question we had a few weeks ago.
Of course. So, yeah, there you go. There you go, Crinitol. It's a great question. I had no idea either. So, all right. So, we have one from Shinru, obviously the sick Mother Uffa that he is. Mm-hmm. Have any of you encountered any fellow FF fans this year? Have any of you encountered any fellow FF fans this year in real life? Not counting people that you already knew previously. I remember hearing on a previous episode of Getting Fat that Joe said he met an FF fan near his work or something and got scared, so he didn't go up and talk to him.
That was on this podcast.
Was that true?
Yeah, it was.
How did you know he was an FF fan without talking to him?
Well...
And how come you were scared of
we
a fellow
were talking
fan?
to him. I was talking to him. If you listen to the episode again, I was at work and I came across a customer who was playing FF9, and we talked about FF for a little bit. I didn't want to tell him that I had a FF podcast, just because, I don't know, we didn't really get... There was one reason because of my pride at work. The second reason was because, I don't know, his opinions were very narrow, and I didn't want to argue with him on FF12 and 13 for forever.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did he like 12?
No, he was very anti-12 and 13. Yeah.
All right.
Said I am playing into that 13 shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, well, 13's got some good stuff. Like, I don't know. He's very close-minded, so. There were multiple reasons. Mostly because of my pride that I didn't bring up the fact that I hosted.
Well, we've torn down those walls, so
yeah.
I guess in hindsight we could have gone for it. Kind of agree with me. You being a chicken, would have just went over to talk to the guy. If he was in your shoes, okay, whatever. Usually I go to cons or game meetups in his area or even local game stores and we'll randomly meet some FF fans and start discussing FF. And we exchange info sometimes and stay in touch. Every year, I usually meet about 5 to 10 FF fans on average. Just this past spring, I went to a GameStop and met this younger guy picking up the entire 13 trilogy and wanted to pre-order 15, and the way he spoke about the series, you could tell he was a big fan, so I introduced myself and we started talking. Turns out he is a big-time Lightning fan and actually collects her memorabilia. Says it's always fun to meet FF fans. Do you guys have any cons or specific game conventions in your area where people meet up? Have you ever gone there and met any fans?
We have Salt Lake Comic Con.
Every 6 months.
And there's usually a couple clouds and maybe a couple swalls.
Yeah.
That's about it, though. as far as I know. Unfortunately, they've never had like a Final Fantasy thing at the Comic-Con, but I'm not sure if that's the place for it. I know there's like anime conventions and stuff, but I don't go to anime conventions. I don't watch enough anime to...
Yeah, well, we could probably meet a lot of people that would be interested in the series,
maybe.
obviously. But
yeah, might be interested in listening to our podcast. I've thought about it, but...
we just haven't gone through anything. I've met people like at work and stuff like that play, and some of them actually listen to the show now too, so that's cool. But
I've met a couple people that have played like 7, or have played 10, but never people that are like the whole series kind of.
Yeah, one of the people at my work, she plays all of them. Actually, a couple of them have played a majority of them, if not all. So that's kind of cool. I don't know. We're not really outside of the gaming and the podcast. We don't really do that much. That's like specifically Final Fantasy. We have a lot of other hobbies.
We got enough Final Fantasy going on in our lives with this podcast, I'll be honest.
And yeah, we do a lot of different stuff though. That's kind of a downfall, I guess, is we have numerous hobbies. Like I've been getting back into golf, so like I'll go golfing. I'm not going to meet any Final Fantasy fans out there on the golf course.
Probably not.
Like with a little cactar thing on their bag or something like that. Even if there was one, I'm so blind I wouldn't even notice. So there's not really in those kind of situations, but when we went to the 14 Fan Fest, I was looking at other anime conventions after that because I was like, man, that was a lot of fun. That was cool. I wonder what similar things we could do around here. And you're right. There's a lot of
anime stuff up in Salt Lake.
Yeah, anime stuff. Which,
in Ogden.
There's probably a lot of Final Fantasy fans, but I don't know. I don't think we belong there. We're not welcome.
I'll go there and I'll be like, what am I doing here? I'm not watching any of these like fan-made music videos of bullshit. This is uninteresting to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wouldn't know what to do. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at with that. We are planning.
I can only really tell if they're an FF fan if they're an FF cosplay too, and by that time they're far gone.
True, very true. And we are going to be doing the Final Fantasy 15 release. At least I think we should,
if there is one.
Yeah, midnight release. That'd be awesome. I'm probably going to buy the game through their site anyway, but I'll probably go to GameStop.
I'll go to GameStop.
Oh, dude, I wonder if we should...
Unless there's like some super collector's edition like there was for the FF10 HD with the booklet and everything.
Exclusively through their site?
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's
Hopefully
something like that.
doesn't happen. Well, actually, I kind of actually hope it does. I hope there is a collector's edition, but I also hope that it's for everyone and not just people who order off of Square Enix directly.
Right. I think it'd be cool if we went to one of the bigger GameStops and like met up with people and talked to them.
I agree.
That'd be good for the show.
Because I remember FF13's release was huge.
Yeah, it was. I was there with you.
And that was Springville, so it wasn't...
There were a lot of people.
We could go to a much bigger town.
There's like 70 or so people there picking that up. I was like, jeez. I even bought it. I had it pre-ordered at the GameStop in Provo, and I was like, hey, I want the game. So I bought it there, and then I just returned my copy at Provo. I was like, I need to play this now. But,
all right. This is a very interesting question. This is another one from Crinital. So having played FF14 for a long time now, I've been intrigued by the crafting classes and been on a strong kick of armor making. Now, with that said, what is your favorite or most interesting or most interested crafting job you have found in the Final Fantasy series or elsewhere? And then you list some jobs. You got blacksmith, armorer, weaver, goldsmith, carpenter, leatherworker, cook, alchemist, miner, botanist, fisherman, and so on. Which would you like to look into as a real-life profession as far as these jobs are concerned?
As far as those go.
Yeah.
Probably like blacksmith. So it could be super ripped.
Yeah, blacksmith sounds awesome, except for the heat, I guess.
Yeah. The heat would be bad, but I'd probably do blacksmith or goldsmith. I'd probably make a lot of money.
I'm going to have to go ahead and say cook out of all those.
Yeah? You like food?
I do love food.
Yeah, I had that feeling. Something told me you did.
I love food.
It looks like 2 people have voted on this. It's a...
2 people have voted for leatherworker.
Yeah.
My dad's really into leather stuff. Like, he made a saddle, and he makes all tons of crap with leather. And he would go up to Rendezvous at, what's that place in Evanston? The fort there. You know what I'm talking about?
No. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. There's a whole group of people that dress up in primitive garb, and go up to some place in Wyoming and they sell their wares and they trade, and they're all these, they can only have stuff that was like made before like 1800 or something like that. It has to be like made in that sort of realm with the leather. Anyway, my dad's really into that stuff for a few years. And so the leatherworking stuff doesn't really interest me. It's just because my dad did it.
Yeah.
Maybe. But yeah, leatherworking's, it's cool. And my dad's really good at it. He had like a $2,200 saddle or something like that he made.
Yeah.
And so, you know, more power to you guys.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I don't know, though. All right, so...
All right, we got a couple Skype ones. We got one from...
Bandrum, I believe. Oh, my God.
Sorry, we're having computer problems here. Yeah, we do have one from Bandrum. We had two questions from Kafka Plaza, and we only answered one of them.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
Sure. Which one is it, though?
I don't know.
Let's find out.
It's not that one. What the heck? Why aren't they playing?
I don't know.
Hey, Ultimate Final
Okay,
Fantasy.
that's
this is Bandrum,
okay.
and I do
We'll
have a
answer this
question
one.
for you. And that question is, how much do you appreciate your forum members from 3 members, Bandrum himself,
Chocobo Chica,
and... Don't talk so fast, Crystal. Come on. Yeah, we are hanging out, and we thought it's Friday night, and we thought we would call you guys while you're out doing your hiking, and you're out of booth. And we're on TeamSpeak / in Chicago hanging out, and we thought we would call you and say...
and we would like to hear the funniest story of your camping trip on the next...
But they're not going to put it on UFF. They're going to put it on Getting
I
Fat.
don't listen to Getting Fat. I feel
Chica does not listen to Getting Fat.
How dare you?
Critical, do you have a question for UFF that they can put on? They're not going to put this recording on there, let's be honest.
Oh, yes, we are.
Yeah, I don't know. What question?
Crenitol is... can't hear a thing he's saying.
Okay, so this is a question for Getting Fat. Anybody doing something stupid while camping? That's a good question. So while you guys are out there, what is the most ridiculous thing that you did? And or did you guys bring any booze? Did you guys bring anything to have fun with? And while you're out there, they did. I know Caleb probably did. Yeah, Jaeger-bombs.
Well, thanks, Jesus.
Then Crenitol's saying something.
Okay.
Oh, he's so quiet.
Oh, man, this call's already at 2 minutes. I'm sure it's already hung up by now.
Nope. It hasn't. Okay.
All right, I am hanging up the call.
Okay.
Weird.
That was a very messy message. I thought that was funny when I got home.
Yeah. Weirdest thing that happened or thing that we did?
We do go into detail on the King's Peak episode of Getting Fat, what we did on our camping trip.
True.
The funniest stuff to me, though, was making fun of Cameron and how very homoerotic Cameron started acting just a couple days in. And the thing that he would do that would really kind of freak me out is that, you know, we're all 3 stuffed into a 3-man tent. You know,
Yeah.
3-man tent is really like a 2.5-man tent, comfortably. But we're stuffed into a 3-man tent, and Cameron, I don't know, because I was in the middle, he always felt like I was enough warmth, I radiated enough warmth that he could open up the front of his sleeping bag and use the side of my sleeping bag to add warmth to his sleep experience. And that, of course, meant that there would be uncomfortable moments in which Cameron would be spooning me at night with his sleeping bag unzipped. So he's like there.
It's him. not
There's
his
no
bag.
barrier between my sleeping bag and him. That's that was really eye-opening as far as my friend Cameron is concerned. And, I feel like, if he wants to come out, he can. I mean, we'll accept him for who he is. That's fine. We just want him to be honest about his preferences.
Yeah, be honest with your feelings. But, no, there was a lot of that, and there were a lot of...
Jeez Louise, Cameron is just so gay on that trip. I can't... I couldn't deal with it.
That was funny, much. And I don't know, we're just bagging on each other. There's a lot of like one-liners that we would drop that were excellent. But
yeah, you can definitely hear more on the King's Peak hike. Chocobo Chica, if you're not going to listen to Getting Fat, just listen to that one episode. It's called King's Peak.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And I don't know, there was like this sheep. This one sheep that sounded like it smoked. Yeah, it was like, it sounded like it had the biggest balls imaginable. It's just like, and
like the other sheep would be like, nah.
Yeah, we had a joke that thing would be like outside the tent. And we're like, what is that out there? Oh my God, it's just, it sounds like a friggin' bear.
This guttural. It was frightening. I don't think that sheep liked us very much. I think it was like the alpha male, and it was like looking at us.
Yeah.
And the giant herd of sheep up there.
Yeah, there were some pretty good times, but
it was pretty good.
Mostly.
But Cameron whining about every single pain in his body, and then going through in detail what he was going to do about it.
Yeah.
Just my back kind of hurts. I think when I get to the tent, I'm going to lay down. I'm like, I don't want to hear what you're going to do with your back. I just don't care. Just do it and don't talk about it. Jesus.
Yeah. Be about it, fool.
Yeah.
But it was a good trip, though. I mean, I messed up my ankle, but it's finally mostly healed now, so.
Okay. Well, I know we had another message from Kefka
Oh my
Plaza.
God, again with the screen thing.
I don't know what you're doing.
It's the fucking mouse. It's like got no space.
Well, this is a nice radio podcast here. All right, so we answered one of them and didn't answer the other.
Okay, let's find it.
Hey, this is Kefka Palooza from the forums. I just had a question. I listened to your last episode, and I noticed that you're doing the grinding thing to in the temple, basically to gain levels. And I did something very similar. And for me, it was kind of weird because I've never done anything like that, mostly because it's never been much of a problem to get to level 99.
I think you talked about this. Okay. We already answered that one.
Let's try this one.
Hey, this is Kefka Palooza from the forums. Submitting a question for the Getting Fat podcast.
Oh, damn it.
Which is somewhat related to Final Fantasy. It involves Square Enix.
Okay, we'll answer this here.
Necessarily. Now, I know you guys aren't an investment or economic podcast.
Oh, yeah, this is the one.
But I had a question about stock. My question is, do you know, with all the big upcoming releases, investing in Square Enix would be a good idea? I personally have. I've seen a pretty good investment growth. And I was just wondering if, with the big releases coming up of Kingdom Hearts 3, Final Fantasy 15, the Final Fantasy 7 remake, all the new license they own, like the Dragon Quest, Hitman, Tomb Raider, all those, do you feel like they're a worthwhile investment? Would you be willing to invest in a company like that? Why or why not? Okay, that was my question. Thank you very much.
I've never done any investing. Schweiss, have you?
Nope.
I've never gotten the capital together to be able to get a portfolio. But, I have thought about this before, and I've been like, Square Enix does have a lot of big stuff on the horizon.
Yeah.
And now would definitely be the time to invest in Square Enix. However, considering the history of Square Enix and their kind of up and downs and, some things like Tomb Raider not selling as well as they thought they were going to, I'm not sure. It's kind of uneasy, but I do hope for the best, and I hope for Square Enix, and I would like to... I would bet on their success, I think.
Yeah, I mean, and you can always sell. So, like, what I would do is I would buy it beforehand, and then when those big games come out, I just sell it when it's high. You don't want to wait on it. You don't want to sit on it too long just in case that something like Tomb Raider does kind of flop a little bit. I mean, it probably made money, I'm sure, but from the sounds of it, they wanted more out of the thing, so I don't know.
I don't know. Have any of you guys invested in stock? I would like to hear from you guys on the forum or any of you guys listening. Have you ever invested in video games or Square Enix or
any kind of stock?
Do you have any advice as far as investments are concerned?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's interesting. Yeah. Okay, Schweiss. Well, let's do we have some questions from No, wait, we do iTunes, don't we?
iTunes should be last.
Is iTunes last?
Mm-hmm.
Man, we're all screwed up now.
Yeah, the mini-sodes have really destroyed our inner podcasting clock. So
let's get some questions from us.
All right, Joe.
Okay, so Schweiss actually came up with this question. Well, kind of. Kefka Plaza came up with this question. I just asked it, but we'll say this again because I do think it's interesting. Do you guys, or would you guys ever invest in Square Enix? And why would you, and why not? I mean, what do you think the future of the company is going to be for the next couple of years? And what would make you want to put money into that, or what would make you not want to put money into that? I'd be interested in hearing that.
Yeah, that's kind of a cool subject, honestly, as a full segment now.
So thanks, Kefka Plaza, for the question. Now, last week, our question, or last time, it was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Our question from us to you was about the food thing, and a lot of people put up what they were going to do, or what they wanted us to do for the food. And we went ahead and went with Gabranth's on our forum. His choice was the pork.
Just barely ate the damn thing.
Jeez Louise. And I'm full with it, too.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Like I'm
the
ready to sleep.
Tsenoble Pork tenderloin with horseradish sauce.
And but we had some other ideas here. Shinru said dead pepper hot sauce, also what Gabranth said, so just adds hot sauce to it.
And Chocobo said some of these look super legit. Cocktails, yes please. That's kind of where we got the idea.
Mm-hmm. She suggests some of them look good, like the Game of Thrones themed stuff, and
Blue Mage muffins. I was thinking about that, but just for the entertainment of seeing you guys try to bake something. Gilgamesh, we can bake. Baking's easy.
There is a thing called Marlboro Stew. I don't think it's actually named after Final Fantasy's Marlboro.
Well, because it's a Marlboro.
Yeah, anyway.
Not Marlboro.
Anyway.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. It said lots of garlic and onions for bad breath on that stuff.
Nice. Landesian beef stew with bacon, bratwurst, and beer.
That's what Gil Haldren said. Newer form, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're glad you guys submitted all these things. I mean, we eventually had to, pick what we picked.
Right.
Now, there was another site that I had never heard about before that Krinatal mentioned, if you just scroll up there. This is called Eorzean Eats. So it's eorzeaneats.tumblr.com. And this is apparently some guy who's trying to copy the FF14 food recipes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Bacon bread? Oh, my God.
So some other time when we're done with FF14, maybe we'll have our third cooking episode, and we'll try one of those.
That looks amazing.
Yeah, this is a site filled with, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ratatouille. Anyway,
it does look good.
So yeah, thanks for the submissions, guys. We really appreciate it, and the pork was awesome. So.
Yeah. So next week's question: would you invest in Square Enix? Why or why not? For our question from us to you.
Right.
Let's get to some iTunes reviews, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right, Schweiss, you got these iTunes for us?
Yeah.
iTunes
so
reviews
does the,
for us?
Twitch audience.
Yeah. It's whatever. It's bleeding. Who cares? Okay, so we got 3 new iTunes reviews for these last 3 weeks.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is from Ty4556. It says, great podcast, 5 stars. I love the game review episodes. They make me want to go back and play them all. As an avid FF fan, I have played most of them, and to hear about the ones I haven't played makes me want to play them. Theme songs are sometimes a little long, but otherwise these guys put on an amazingly informative while entertaining podcast. I can't wait for the sub games, i.e. Dirge of Cerberus, FF10-2, and Crisis Core. I just wonder what games they will review after beating all the FFs. Hopefully they play the Chrono Trigger games. Jesus. Best of luck and great job.
All right, you know what? Fuck it. No, we're not playing them. I'm kidding. We're playing them.
They're doing this to me on purpose. I swear to God. Hey, when are you guys going to play Oh, fuck! The second...
I saw that. All right, so we have another one here. This is great. 5 stars by Titan Bergred.
Big Red.
Sorry. I like Final Fantasy. My favorite one is Chrono Trigger.
Fuck!
I also enjoy Lost Odyssey. They're the best 2 in the series. I don't know why they haven't done those 2 yet, but whatever. Give it a listen.
Okay. Lost Odyssey is not a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah.
That's number 1. The reason why we are playing Chrono Trigger is because it was planned to be the next FF game, and then they decided it was going to be something else.
Yeah.
And so I think that would have been Final Fantasy VI. Would have been what Chrono Trigger is. And they decided to go with something else. So yes, near the end of the show. How far away is the end of the show, Schweiss? Pretty freaking far?
A few years, yeah.
Pretty fucking far. At the end of the show, Chrono Trigger will be like our 3rd to last game or something like that.
Yeah, it's going to be a long time.
So it'll be a while, but stick in there. We're going to play all those little
lovely spin-offs.
Side spin-offs and everything. Our last review here is from Gustin37. Says, incredible, 5 stars. Listening to this podcast is something I look forward to on a weekly basis. Informative, hilarious, genuine. It's appreciated the work y'all do with this program. The content is unmatched by any other podcast and reminds me why I love Final Fantasy in the first place.
Sweet.
That was very nice. Thank you guys for the 5-star reviews. I swear to God we will get to Chrono Trigger.
Yep. And beyond that, who knows? Dun, 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 dun.
Schweiss might have some plans for a future video game podcast. I think I might retire from video games after all this is done.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, you bastard.
I think I might just have to hang up the controller.
Well, I'm keeping the name.
You're keeping the name?
Hell yeah, I'm keeping it. Okay, I'll keep the name until
you asshole.
The non-Final Fantasy episodes are bigger, or there are more of them than the Final Fantasy episodes.
It's going to take forever.
Exactly. So it's still technically Ultima Final Fantasy.
There will always be new FF titles, but the day that we end this podcast is the day that there are no FF titles for us to play.
Yeah, or what would have been. Oh, you got to at least play that Lord of the Rings one that I've been going on.
I mean, we might put the podcast on like forever wait, where we just play whatever the next giant FF game is, and I would only play a Roman numeral after that, honestly.
Really?
Yeah. But we still got like 20-something games to play, or some sick amount.
We've got some years left of this, so don't be too sad, guys.
Yeah, please, God. Like, this isn't something near. It's not in the near future.
No. But we definitely will get to Chrono, and I've heard a lot of bad things about the version that we own. The PS1
Chrono Trigger?
Yeah. So we might end up getting. I might play
the DS remake
or the DS. It's supposed to be good, so we'll look into that when it gets closer, so that we don't have anything to taint our experience of this game that we will play at some point.
Not anytime soon.
Yes,
really, come back in a couple of years. Like that's
the
because what are we looking at? 1 game every month. 2 months if it's a really long game, and there's a couple of those.
Well, there's also some that are real short too, so we'll have to see.
I can't wait for those, dude. I'm excited for the short ones.
Yeah, you ready for that Dirge?
I'm excited to play Dirge of Cerberus
14-hour,
for 2 days and then be done.
14-hour friggin' story. There's a lot of extra missions, but you don't have to do those. I don't even think I'm going to do them all. Not again. There's like 40 other things.
What game are you most excited about now to play? Because I remember before we had this question asked about, what game are you most excited to play in the future?
Yeah.
What is it now for you? Since we're done with FF12.
Was it 12 before for me?
Yeah, you said
I thought it was Tactics.
I said Tactics.
Oh, I think I did too.
Bullshit. Someone look back.
I think
Caleb
I said
12.
Tactics and 12.
Okay.
Because I am excited to play Tactics again and break it.
What game are you excited to play that you haven't played?
That I haven't played?
Yeah.
A Moment of.
Sure.
Jesus, I don't know. I'd played most of them.
Most of the spin-offs?
Yeah. I played a lot of them.
How about Revenant Wings?
No, I'm not excited to play
Or
that.
Revenant. How do
It's
you say
Revenant. I don't know, the one on GameCube, what is it, Crystal Chronicles? That looks interesting. It looks kind of like 12. It looks like it has an open kind of battle system
it's
to it.
multiplayer. We can play it together.
Yeah, maybe we will.
Yeah, let's do it. 2-player Crystal Chronicles Sunday.
That sucks because I bought it. But
how about the FF11 expansions?
No,
Not excited?
no.
I'm excited.
We already played that.
We didn't play the expansions.
Okay, we touched it. Like walked into a town and had like a 20-minute cutscene.
You know what? But they were much better cutscenes than we were used to.
No, I agree. I'm with you.
Yeah,
but
we can't just let 11 out in the dust. Okay, so what's coming up as far as our FF games are concerned? We got one more month, 13. A little less than that. We got 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, we gotta hurry.
Okay. I gotta figure out a plan on beating 13. Then we got 2 months or so of 14.
Yeah.
Which we also have to write down a plan for as far as what we're going to do on what days.
Correct.
Because the way 14 is going to be played, Caleb's probably going to play it on a regular schedule, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay. I am not. But we will meet up once every 2 weeks or so and do, or however often it is, and do like the big dungeons together.
Yeah.
And so we got to look at what those are and then plan out the days that we're going to do those. So it's going to be a very strict and detailed process on getting through 14, which is unfortunate, but it's something I have to do because my schooling is sick right now. I don't know if any of you guys have looked at the forum and saw I posted my schedule, my weekly schedule, and it is I look at it and I think, what am I doing?
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So we'll see about those, about the schedule for 14. After 14, Final Fantasy IV After Years, that's a 1-monther, I believe.
Yeah.
Actually, it's Interlude first, and Interlude is like a week, because it's only a couple hours.
Yeah, we'll do Interlude.
So we'll do Interlude, and then we'll do After Years. And then what's after Years? Is it the 7 stuff? Oh. Then we got to do Crisis Core, and then Dirge of Cerberus.
1-monthers, probably.
Not sure about Dirge of Cerberus being a 1-monther.
Less, you think?
Yeah. I heard Crisis Core isn't even like 20 hours.
It's not.
Okay, then that's like a 2-weeker.
We could.
Okay. And
Well,
then-
this would make, I know for a while there were some people that were like, geez, it's been a while since a review.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, God, the games are huge. Mm-hmm. This would make them happy.
And then okay. So, we got a few games in a row later, but these 2 games we have to get through, they're going to take a little while.
Yeah.
So just be patient for that.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
Be paciente.
And then, of course, watch my Let's Plays.
Oh, please watch his Let's Plays.
When I remember to, throw them on YouTube, you can catch them. And if not, then I'm sorry. Just catch it on Twitch.
All right, guys. Well, make sure you check us on youtube.com/Ultimate Final Fantasy. How about that Twitter? @UFF Podcast.
Yeah, I've actually downloaded it on my phone again, so.
Facebook.com/Ultimate Final Fantasy. Support us on Patreon. Get the episodes early.
Yeah, give us some money.
Please. And as I said before, check them out on Twitch. Join our forums at ultimatefinalfantasy.com. I say we should wrap it up, Schweiss. It was good eating today.
Yeah, I was not expecting to only eat one meal today, but that's how it's going to be.
It's pretty big.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. Well, guys, as always, enjoy the grind.
This has been another production of Ultima Final Fantasy, the Ultimate Final Fantasy Podcast. The show was produced by Joseph DeGollier and Caleb Schweiss, with music and editing by Joseph DeGollier, parodies and clips from their respective authors, of course. You can get all of our episodes as well as our Let's Plays at ultimafinalfantasy.com. You can also contact us on Twitter at UFF Podcast, as well as our contact page on our website. Be sure to subscribe and review our podcast. Your reviews may get read on the show, and look forward to the next episode of Ultima Final Fantasy, the Ultimate Final Fantasy Podcast.